All right, folks, it's a little better than 4:30 on this Thursday, the 30th of July. I might have been a little bit dramatic about how big these windrows were going to be. Don't get me wrong, they're healthy. But I have done better than this. Excuse me, bigger windrows than this. Doesn't take a keen eye to see that this product got blown over by the wind. A lot of this was laying on the ground floor. There's some spots that are real bad, as you can see here. And then, of course, up here is nice and clean. But things are going pretty good here. Somehow or another, I lost an hour somewhere. That seems to be the normal. Spitting out a lot of bales. I'll give you a nice little look-see here in just a bit. I'm carrying this parcel with me that I took out one day on a big baling day. I'm going to stop doing that crap. There's no need for all that. I want to use this up and get rid of it, which I can promise you I'm not very many bales away from having to change out the net wrap. She's about out. But in fact, we're going to do one more bale and we're going to check it out. I'm just taking it real nice and easy. The baler's handling this stuff very, very well. Literally, I'm going in, what am I in? I'm in B2. B2. Yeah, this is probably kind of a lighter row here. We'll finish up this bale. We're going to get out. We're going to take a look at that net wrap real quick. There's your warning beep. Then, of course, we're making true 4x6s, so when it gets that 72, boom. A little bit further makes 73. I try not to do that. I know a lot of guys do it on purpose and teach their own. I'm usually right on the money when she gives a beep. Okay. Let's give this girl a little bit of a break. Basically, because I'm a bonehead, I quit cutting the other night. I had to cut this yesterday. I had to finish the field. Folks, I got a long ways to go. I got the other side of the road to do here yet. Thank God Dad was able and willing and ready to do evening chores, so I don't have to go back. I can just keep minding my business here. Oh, you're so close. So close. I don't know. 3 bales, maybe 4. Yeah, this is what I like to call jungle hay, and it's because it's, you know, late. By rights, if we had the weather, and this property is awful, folks, as far as low spots in water. In fact, there's a spot that I had to leave, and a couple of spots I had to skirt around. But it's good stuff. You can see the alfalfa. Like I said, it's old growth stuff. This really should have been done and baled, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, maybe 2, 3. But good feed nonetheless. It's making real good bales. Cows are gonna love it. There's really nothing else to say. Very fortunate that I'm in here. It's because of the good weather pattern we've had. Yeah, those are some dandy windrows right there. The other side of the road is just the same, if not just a little bit thicker. Continue to be so impressed with the 460M John Deere round baler. There is one thing though, and I think it's the product that we're dealing with. Plus there's a lot of Timothy in here. You get all that fine stuff. I'd have to say about every 15 or 20 bales, and this is the first time I've really experienced it, 15 or 20 bales, you'll get a warning on the monitor. You got to lift up the back end here, and you got to do some cleaning because it doesn't want to latch down properly. The other thing to watch for on this product here, and with the wind direction, maybe this is a good warning for anybody else. I've already cleaned out my particle screen in front of my radiator already, not to mention the front end of the tractor. It got plugged up. I was nowhere near an emergency. I learned my lesson on that some time ago. I keep a steady eye on it, but she was climbing a little bit, so I stopped when it was time to do a proper cleaning on the baler, and yeah. So yeah, it's going real good. A lot of bales being spit out. And it's going to be the same thing here for the next 3 days. Like I said, I've got hours of baling left to go here yet, which is a good problem to have. It's not a problem at all. I'm putting a hell of a cap on my bale yard, bale count for the year. This is... I tell you what, I'm going to play Mr. Obvious. It really feels good when something really works out for you. I'll explain that in a second. Oh, what a day. She ain't even close to being over. Started the day cutting hay. Dad and I both left with the desk bines and cut a whole pile more hay. It's non-stop here. But, you know, I stated it feels really good when things go your way. You know, I took this property on last year. Lease agreement was signed in the spring. I knew what I was getting into. Believe it or not, I'm pretty good with paper and a pencil. This was a big investment. This was a heavily abused and used piece of property. And I knew I needed more property, more land. I'm not that far from the farm. This is a win-win. Now, it's very low ground. Forget about putting any small grains in here or corn. It just doesn't work. It had to go in the hay. I'm going to tell you something. I'm not going to spit numbers out here, but a lot of people know. This was a multi thousands of dollars investment. And contrary to popular belief, the old checkbook is not that rich on this end. Trust me. But it paid off. I'm happy as all I am. It's nice. You know, this, I had in mind for this to be the big go-to dry hay, heavy production hay ground for the farm, along with everything else, but this is the big one for me, and it proved to be correct. So yeah, things are good, and it feels good. I don't know how else to say it. Let's get going here. We ain't got time to do all this crap. All right, we're going B2. Let's get to that 1,000 RPM here. All right, let's go. Yeah. Here we go now. Yeah, just giving you a little look-see here. Pretty nice, healthy windrows. This, what you're looking at here is about the average of everything that I've been doing here on this side. And yeah, we're climbing good. I tell you what, I'll let you take a good look at the other territory there on the other side of the road. It's beautiful. It's the field before you get up to that ridge hill. It's a really nice property around here. I'm really lucky, very fortunate that I was able to, you know, the landowners, which there's quite the heritage on this farm ground. Very lucky that they agreed to invite me on here and tend to their property like if it was my own. And just very happy about it. I don't know how else to say it. Here's a single row. We're going to kick it up a notch here. Now it's time to do a little zigging and zagging. Otherwise you get these big windrows and you don't have to do that to form a perfect bale. I have to say they're coming out pretty damn good. I made a comment about this being good January, February hay for the cattle. That was a baloney comment. This is good stuff. Now this side of the field, the deer put a heavy hit on the alfalfa. Understand this was planted at 35% or better alfalfa. The rest was Timothy and brome. The deer took a major hit on alfalfa on this land right here. Now the other side, on the other side of that house, there's probably about another 10 acres or so. That's a little bit better. In fact, a lot better. It's filthy rich of alfalfa. And what I plan on doing is I'm going to be baling that on Saturday because I just cut it this morning. And that is going to go all into 4x5s for this winter's young stock lot. Folks, things are going to get a little hairy here. I got to let you go. I will take you on the other side of the road with me, though. Let you see what that looks like. So, talk to you sooner or later.